All right, so now we're going to do the same thing for the number 84. Now, what is our first factor pair of 84? 1 and 84. Very good. Now, since it's an even number, what do I know?
2.
I know 2 is going to work. Now, I'm going to write down the 2 twice. I'm going to write it down once here. 2 times 2 times 42. Now, I write it here, but since it's my next factor pair, I've already added it to my list, right? But now, someone raise their hand and tell me, why did I put 2 times 24 over here? Why did I do that? Yeah. Excellent. So now what I can do is I can go like this. I can take my 2, I can double it and get 4. I can take 42 and take half of it and get 21. So I know 4 times 21 works. Should I add it to my list of factors yet? No, why not? Josh? Well, because 3 is there, right? We haven't checked 3 yet. Now, before I move on, can I do, so we did 2 times 2 is 4. Can I do that with 8? So 4 times 2 is 8, isn't it? Well, what's half of 21? Oh, it's 10 and a half. So is 8 a factor of 84?
No.
No, so I can scratch out 8. So now I can continue to move on. Except for I'm going to come back to my 84 for a minute. Does anybody know there is a fact that we should know for 84? What is it? There is one that you should know. Well, all right, but I would not consider 4 times 21 a fact. Yes, we already know it because we solved it. Joey, we know 7 times 12. 7 times 12 is going to work. We know that. Are we ready to write it down yet? No, because we're not there yet. So now here's what I need to do. I need to go back to my other rules. So this is my 6th rule of using the relationship. Now I need to go to my other rules, using my divisibility rules. 1, 2, and then 3. What's my rule for 3? Maria? What do I do with my digits to find out if it's divisible by 3? I add them up. 8 plus 4 equals 12. Is that a multiple of 3? So that means it is divisible by 3. Now I just need to figure out 3 times what? 3 times what? Now, is there anything over here that can help me with my 3? Yes, there is. All right. Kyle? 12? Caitlin, the 12. Here's what I want you to think about. How can I get from 12? How can I get from 12 to 3? I can divide it by 1/4, by 4, right? So then what should I do with my 7 then? Not double it. I've divided by 4, so the flip side is to multiply by 4. So I need to do 7 times 4, which is 28. 3 times 28. Now, some of you are thinking, that doesn't make sense to me. I thought we were doing doubles and halves. Well, I can add to that rule then. If I take 1/4, I then multiply by 4. Or I could also say the same thing. If I take 1/3, what would I do? Then multiply by 3. Alright, now, I am going to quickly show you another way of getting 3 times 28. Because some of you, now we also know we could have just done this, put the 84 in here and done the division. Okay, but we could also say, you know what, 3 times something equals 90. That's one I know. 3 times what equals 90? 30, right? Okay, so 3 times 30 equals 90. So if I take away 1/3, I'm going to end up with 87. So that must be 3 times 29 is 87. Then I need to take away another 3, which would be 84. That must be 3 times 28. Okay? So those are 2 other ways that you could have found 3 and 28. Do I already know 4 times? Yeah, I already know. 4 times 21, right? So 4 times 21 equals 84. How about 5?
No.
5's not going to work, right? It doesn't end in a 0 or a 5. What about 6? Will 6 work? 6 has to work. Why? Because 3 and 2 work. So we know 6 has to work. All right, now, we need to look for, is there another fact somewhere that will help us to figure out 6? We know 6 has to work. Is there anything over here? Look in here. Is there anything that we have here? Let me make that a little bigger. Is there anything in this circle that can help us to figure out the 6? There's actually 2 of them, I see. What will help us to figure out the 6? Lenny. All right, very good. So what he noticed is we can go down here and we can double the 3. So we can do times 2 here, that's 6. So what do I do with the 28? Take half of it, which is 14. So 14 times 6. I could have also done the same thing here with 7 times 12, couldn't I? Because 7 times 12, what could I do? I could take half of the 12, which is 6, and I could have doubled the 7, which is 14. So now I know it is 6 and 14. All right. 7. Does 7 work? Yeah, we already know, right? Because 7 times 12. 7 and 12. How about 8? Don't we already know 8 doesn't work? Didn't we say here that, look, half of 21 didn't work, so 8's not going to work. How about 9? No, because our divisibility rule, 8 plus 4 was 12. It was only divisible by 3. 10, we know it doesn't end in 0. 11, no. So we now have our factors of 84.